I'm Emma Vosti and this is See Opportunity, a business series proudly presented by the City of Stonnington, where each week we check in with the masterminds behind some of Australia's brightest brands. Hey guys, we hope you've had a great week. Thank you for staying at home. We trust that you're well and we really appreciate that you've been supporting local business where you can. My name is Emma Vosti and we're excited to be back for See Opportunity, a business series presented by the City of Stonnington. We're missing physical contact with people, but we are practicing social distancing and we're just thrilled that we can have this connection with you. So this week we are sitting down with Matt Thomas and Daniel Stewart, fitness gurus, and they are of course part of the Bodyfit training movement. You guys have like 4 studios and you have a studio in South Yarra and Prahran. And guys, right now exercise is one of the things we can leave the house for.
Sure. But
I imagine still the health and fitness kind of community and industry has changed dramatically. So what's going on in your world, and can you give us a bit of an insight into how your day-to-days maybe changed?
Sure, well thanks for having us. Look, it has changed really quickly and it's probably highlighted how important your health is. In an episode like we're having now, it's more than ever, your money can't buy your health. So we've been really fortunate to be able to pivot, as many businesses have in the last...
It's a buzzword right now, Maddie, pivot.
I thought I'd throw it in.
Obviously,
we've been able to move really quickly to address what areas of our business needed to change quickly so that we could cater for our extensive amount of members and really offer a service to other people in the community that might be lacking those options. So at the moment we've got an app. Daniel can tell you a little bit about the app and how it formulated, but really quickly overnight we've moved from classes in studio to an at-home app.
Yeah, so we pretty much wanted to keep it as close as an in-studio experience as possible. So pretty much you'd get a different workout every day, which you would in studio, and each day is a different program we would see in studio. So one day you'll see one of our cardio programs, the next day you might see a strength program. So, and then we've slowly set it up to have 2 separate programs of either choosing a body weight program or a banded, so a resistance band. So some people have resistance bands and weights that they can use, some people don't. So we also wanted to cater for the people, our members that don't have anything at all to still be able to get a workout in.
If we go back, you guys started, what, 4 years ago?
Yep.
And now you've got multiple locations. How did that kind of come about and what did you see the need for and how did your partnership kind of begin?
Sure, we were really fortunate. Both of us played footy in Adelaide together. And our head fitness coach at the time, Cameron Falloon, we all finished at the same time at Adelaide and got back into Melbourne, touched base together and identified that there was possibly a gap in the market for the type of training we'd been doing, which was more strength and conditioning focused. So together with Cam, Bodyfit was born. It actually started as Gymmy Squatz. So 4 years ago, our brand name was Gymmy Squatz. We started in Prahran, our first studio, a small little quaint studio, 150 square metres. You could probably touch the ceiling and then fast forward.
Well, you could because you're like 7 foot tall.
I hit my head on the ceiling.
You'd have to duck to enter.
I did, yeah.
And fast forward 4 years and we've been lucky enough to build a few studios off the back of our hard work at Gymmy Squatz days to now the brand Bodyfit, which most people are starting to become a little bit more accustomed to. So I guess that's sort of how it started, was just bringing what we'd learnt and what we'd seen in the AFL world and putting it into basically a watered down version of pre-season training.
And we should preference, it's Port Adelaide, not the Adelaide Crows. Just
Port Adelaide.
Very important.
I feel like we have to distinguish that. Daniel, I should ask you, now obviously you have over 1,200 members across all your locations.
Yep.
What were some of the initial questions with COVID-19 developing as quickly as it did? What were some of the initial questions and concerns that your clients had?
The main question was, are you guys going to shut down and when? It was the Sunday night when the PM got on the news, and it was at 9 or 9:30 at night, and pretty much said all gyms and a few other things are closing as of tomorrow at 12 p.m. So it happened pretty quickly, but even before that, it was just a slow progression of dropping down the numbers in each class, bringing more hand sanitizer in, cleaning the equipment after each. So we even we could see it happening, and the months before it, we were sort of progressively changing a few things in the studio to manage.
I love what Maddie said earlier, is that this has taught us that health is more important than ever before. How have you guys responded, and what have been some of the really kind of driving forces behind you guys adapting and changing so quickly? What was really important for you to kind of give your customers security and support during this time?
I think the most important thing for them was to let them know that they have a resource to use that's going to keep them healthy.
Yeah.
It's quite easy for people, probably their mindsets to shift to think the world's ending, and it did feel like a bit of an apocalypse for a short time. So giving them an opportunity to do an app to stay really healthy and well, and really to increase the endorphins in everyday life. If you're not getting interactions from people, you're not able to spend much time out on the street unless of course you are exercising. To get that endorphin rush that human interaction needs and that contact, I think having an at-home opportunity for people to connect, we quite quickly became Facebook Live gurus and Zoom, even though I would not say I'm a guru.
He's not guru yet, not yet.
I've just worked out that I've got an Apple phone, not a Samsung, but I think really quickly learning to be able to connect on those platforms to give people an opportunity to smile, to laugh, to get a good workout, to sweat, and then to go about their day, because if that was the best part of their day, we wanted to bring it to them. Because for some, they lost their jobs quite quickly, and as Daniel said, overnight the doors were shut, so we had a plan for the week, we had rosters for the week. All of a sudden we're telling our staff there's no work, and we needed to get them on board with live interaction stuff as well. So I think that was the number one, just giving people a reason to still wake up early and not just stay in bed all day.
How awesome that you are already in the works of developing an app. It probably was going to look a little bit different to what it does now, but you turned that around so quickly. What's been the feedback from your members, and how appreciative are they, or are they, what's the feedback been?
We've had some really good feedback, which is great, because we didn't know anyway.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's not our bread and butter, and then handing out this app that, people, they design businesses around workout apps, but our business is in studio. So for us to get really good feedback from our members, and then people coming on board that weren't members and still coming on board to our app, it's like, actually we might be doing a good thing here, might be onto a good thing.
Yeah.
So it's really hard designing workouts at home and keeping the variety. So I think we've done it really well, but then also the interaction that we have a Facebook group. We do 3 classes a day, so Facebook Live and Zoom classes. So we're
for members only?
For members
anyone?
only.
Okay,
for members only.
Okay.
So for most people, them going to our studios was their escape from outside, what was happening outside. So, and then for them to lose that overnight, it's like, okay, well, how can we create that same feeling, but now it's at home. So we think that having the home workout app, but it's not just the app. You still need to keep that interaction and education up while they're at home.
I think we've been extremely humbled to see how many people have actually messaged about why they used to come to the gym. For most people, you think people go to the gym to get fit, but for a lot of people, we forget they might live in small apartments, they might not have family and friends in the state they're in, they might be interstate for work. And we really realised a lot of them are saying, wow, I just missed the interaction, I missed the events. We were really big about our members and community, and quite often we drive member days, community days, where we go, we put a bar tab on, or we go and do an exciting event together and bring all our studios together and help people to meet different people who are quite like-minded. So we've actually experienced a lot of emails where people are saying, wow, I just really missed that interaction, I can't wait to have that back. So we're really trying to foster that and facilitate a way that they can still connect whilst being quite isolated.
And for other small businesses that might be watching and saying, okay, well, you guys already had the app in development, cash flow for me in my personal situation might not be possible to do something like that, but what have you guys realised that might be a really cost-effective way for other small businesses, whether in the fitness industry or another industry, that you guys have realised is possible to do, that doesn't really cost that much, that helps serve your clients and also kind of keep your business going?
For us, we put out a member survey. We asked members how they were finding the app, what did they need to see more of, what are they missing the most about the gym, and how can we better connect with them. And that feedback comes into us really directly. So the first thing is identifying the market and what the market needs right now. Because COVID's changing so quickly, what we were doing yesterday is going to be different to what we're doing next week. So probably putting in some pillars that are your staples and then being able to adapt with what your market requires.
Have you guys learnt stuff about yourselves and what you're capable of during this time?
Yeah, learn a bit about just adapting really quickly, I would say. Yeah, probably just adapting, and then
it's a good time to have the right business partner.
Yeah. And then probably a good opportunity to say, hey, you know, maybe at times we probably could have taken a step back a little bit because we love working really hard. So right now, you know, we get up in the 4 a.m.s. So, well, but used to, but now, you know, I'll get up at 6 or 6:30 and go for a walk with my wife. And it's probably like, well, it feels like a luxury to me. You know what I mean? So looking back, it's like, okay, maybe at times when we are in the heat of things and working really hard to improve our businesses, maybe it is a good time to maybe just step back every now and again, because we're always, you know, foot on the pedal and always working, Matt and I. So I felt like, yeah, it was a good look back and go, okay, maybe when it goes back to normal, maybe that's a good opportunity. Just at times I need to take a step back.
I love that.
A little bit more grounding. I think being able to see a lot of people now be outside, not on their phones. I don't think we've seen that in our generation, really. It's always gotten to a point where it's been worse and worse and worse, to the point where you never see kids on bikes anymore. You never see kids on scooters, or you never see a front yard full of bikes. When we grew up as kids, if you didn't have a bike, you weren't really doing it right. So I think now being able to connect and see that people are actually talking again and asking really relatable questions and talking about the weather and the environment and other things, rather than just spending half their breakfast on their phone looking at work emails that they've got to do on Monday when they should really be enjoying Sunday. So I've got a little 3-year-old boy, really spending time with him and not worrying about the phone calls that I might miss during the day. Whereas when we are normally at work, as Daniel said, we're setting those international flight time alarms and getting up at ridiculous hours and probably not really understanding what it's all for. And now you look back and you think we've made some good inroads into the industry. We're definitely not done yet, but it's nice to see that there are other things that we could be doing too with some of our downtime.
The series is obviously called See Opportunity. What opportunity have you identified and kind of seized during this time that you're really proud of?
Question. I'll let Daniel go first.
You go. The opportunity.
What opportunity? I think the opportunity is for more people to improve their health. I think we still have quite a sedentary group of people, and there's a huge market, I think, for our older generation of getting into some resistance type training. My parents are the perfect example. I feel like once you sort of get over 50, a lot of people think it's walking and golf, but I still think there's an element. So I think for us to manage moving forward, I think we need to integrate something for older people in our classes. My
grandpa loves his weight training, so maybe I'll get him on your app.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think that would be
He'll be
where
fine with it.
There's a market.
Yeah.
Best advice you guys have ever been given that's helped you in your journey in the health and fitness world?
Stay in your lane.
Good right now.
It's really important.
It's really good.
I think there's so much noise. People are always wanting more, and the more you look left and right at what everyone else is doing, just run your own race, stay in your lane. That's me.
Yeah, I'd be the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Like, just.
Oh, you guys are so in sync.
Well, we're pretty good. Don't be okay at a lot of things. Be really good at one thing.
I love that.
And do it well.
Yeah.
You know, that's probably the best advice I've given.
Very timely advice, considering our social media feeds are flooded with experts in all these different fields that aren't really experts. Anyway,
overnight experts.
I'm getting off track. I need your help.
Yes.
If we're working from home,
sure.
How often should we be kind of getting up, moving our body? And if we're not working from home, so 2 parts to this question, we may be watching too much Netflix, sitting down too much, and like you said before, your mood does get affected. How often do we need to be moving our body?
Yeah,
what
sure.
are some rules?
Every hour on the hour, I think you need to get up and move. I think if you can get a workout in the morning, it's a great way to start the day.
Yep.
That for me is the number one. And around lunchtime, try and walk off your lunch. So go for a quick walk, get some fresh air. It might be 20 minutes because that's all the day allows. But I think that's really important. But if you're down by your desk, I think on the hour you should be up, moving your legs, shaking your body out, having a good stretch.
Yeah, so you got to think about like when you're sitting down, what muscles are switched off. So yeah, you've got to concentrate, if you are sitting down long, you've got to concentrate on working your posterior chain. So they're the muscles that you can't see if you're just standing in front of yourself. So your hamstrings, glutes, upper back to help with your posture is probably the best. But then again, in terms of stretching wise, your hip flexors are in front here are always on when you're sitting down. So your hip flexors are going to get tight. So stretching your hip flexors, stretching your upper body as well, because you're just sitting here on a computer. So those little types of things are going to help. They're like, you should be doing those like every day, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, we want to get an idea of what these workouts entail. I don't know whose idea this was, but let's do it.
Right.
So show me what these workouts look like. Okay, we're going to get a taste of what life with the Bodyfit app is all about. You guys have heaps of different exercises, and also we want to encourage people to get moving during their day too. So we're going to show some easy to do things for me mainly. I should preface 2 ex-professional athletes over here, just trying to not set myself up to fail.
We're going to just basically start with some basic squats.
All right.
You're going to keep your chest up, drive your knees out, push through your heels, drop into the hole. So if you drive your knees out, you'll be able to fit your hips into. Next, we're going to go into the lunges. Okay. All right, so stepping back first, you can either go like a forward lunge that Matt's doing there, or you can do a backwards lunge. Yep. Okay. Next, you can do a push. So push-ups, so down on the ground. Yeah.
Oh.
Get your feet a little bit wider. You're going to think about hitting your chest to the floor. Yeah. Pull your shoulders back and squeeze your shoulder blades together when you do your push-up. Your chain. So we're going to do some Supermans, or we call prone swimming. Yeah, and then you can go arms out to the side.
Okay.
Yeah. Thumbs up towards the ceiling, and then without waving the arms, you're just going to drop down to the ground, and then go upwards and squeeze your shoulder blades together, like Matt is there. Get your thighs off the ground and then back down again. Yeah.
We just
finished the warm up. Great work.
This is a sick job.
So we're going to do a squat and press, Matty. So Matty's going to chuck his band underneath his midfoot. And so you're going to go down for the squat that we did before, and then you're going to press it overhead.
Okay.
Next one is we're going to do a row. So Matty's going to chuck the band on both feet, but he's going to be in like a split stance.
Oh, that's great.
So that's a good strength one.
Do in the gym with a weight.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's really important to get your cardio in too, and we thought we'd take Daniel into the next phase, which is going to be a few little cardio movements. So, and watch and enjoy. Something we might do at home is just a little bit of extra cardio, guys. So Snowy's going to stand on the mat. He's going to face the front. So best thing to do here is just set a little timer for 30 seconds. So you're going to work for 20, rest for 10. You can do 5 sets through. I'll give you 5 different exercises. The first we've got is running high knees. So imagine you're on the spot. You're going to be running, and we'll save you the rest. You're in recovery time.
Go.
So Daniel's going to work this one, 20 on, 10 off. The next one he's going to roll into is a thing called a mountain climber. Really important, your back's nice and straight. You're going to drive your knees. Again, 20 on, 10 off. This is the second exercise. 10 seconds off now, and this one's just to get a little bit of strength in too, keep the heart rate up. It's going to be a little squat jump. So all we're going to do is little squat into a jump. 20 on, 10 off again. This is the third exercise. The next one we've got is a little burpee. We're looking for more direction here.
I'll join you for the last one.
And the final one's a little ab sequence. So Snowy will give you the best version. Em, you're doing a terrific version. You've seen that before.
Well, there you go, guys.
That's 101.
Thank you guys so much for, oh wow, okay, we're mixing it up. Thank you so much for giving us all that insight, for being vulnerable with us today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, if you are a local business in the Stonnington area, stonington.vic.gov.au/business if you want to find out what help is available to you. Bodyfit app if you want to stay active at home. Guys, wish you all the best.
Thanks.
And I think that covers me for the day.